If I don't, that's cool. I'd rather rap than to go back to school. Pull back the tool and let a bitch loose like a mad pit bull. And you get smashed in the Yu-Gi-Oh duel. And what a wonderful start.
What is popping on my primetime people? We back in here with another one, you feel me? Today is Nihilism Part 2. I told you we'd get to it. It took a minute, and we had some major upcomings on the way. Y'all got my Tom McDonald video, past 400 views, yo. I haven't done that. Like, my Tyler the Creator video reached 300 views in a few weeks. Y'all got Tom McDonald there in 3 days. So that's just unbelievable. I just really want to say thank you for that. But yes, Nihilism Part 2. I left off with social media. I talked about how a lot of us front on social media. Whether we admit it or not, people tend to put up a facade on social media. People like to look like they're happier than they are. Instagram is notorious for that because Instagram is mainly still pictures instead of updates and feelings and lives and things like that, unless you tend to go live. But Instagram tends to be one picture, and nobody, unless you're corny and you take those crying pictures and stuff like that, nobody takes their depression and puts it on their Instagram. Most people tend to just capture a smile, whether it's real and genuine or not, and put it on their Instagram page. People tend to present them happiest selves. And while that's not bad, it's not living authentically, as the term would be used in nihilism. Pretending to be happy serves no purpose. And then there's the ones that use social media to jokingly disparage themselves. And when they do that, they share memes like another Monday and it's the crying pool guy. You know, we're all familiar with the meme. So a lot of us are already on board with nihilism than we think. That's the funny thing. We already have a nihilistic mindset due to, I think, this generation just being probably a lot more socially conscious and aware due to social media that our people didn't have in the past. Because a lot of people are like, why do you care about everything? We see everything. We see everything. If something happens in China, we can hear about it in 30 seconds. So we tend to take everything and try to represent it and put it all in one, you know? And I don't think we truly get time to understand ourselves, the things we feel, and process or give ourselves a real reason on why they happen. We settle for very inconclusive reasons. We ask for advice for people that don't have the knowledge, and we just accept things as they come. And things don't have to be that way. But let's run it back a little bit. Existential nihilism, which is where I tend to find myself the most, is more so that absolutely nothing has an intrinsic purpose on this earth. Nothing was put here for an absolute reason. That doesn't mean nothing has a purpose and never will. It means it's more so on you. It's on you, me, us to find the purpose. You have to find your purpose and what you were put here for. Whether or not you believe that is really your purpose, you have to make your time meaningful regardless. Because otherwise you're just doing everything for no reason. You have to find what fits you. You have to find what you deem as your purpose. That's the key word. What you deem as your purpose. Nobody can tell you your purpose. Nobody can make your purpose for you. And that's called living unauthentically if someone tries to. If you were to take the word of somebody else and just live your life that way, that would be living unauthentically. The most authentic decisions are going to come from yourself, because living unauthentically is very simple. It takes a pollutant. It takes an outside source. And the outside source is most often another human, if not the internet. Because the truth is, nobody on this planet can tell you how to completely live life, because no one has done it. Nobody has completely lived life, done everything, and knows the 100% right answer, and that's just true. Nobody has done everything. People can tell you what they think is right, what they heard is right, what they want to believe is right, but nobody can tell you what's right. So you know what you should do? What you think is right, because that's going to be the most pure thing. Not to say that listening to somebody else is always going to be bad. Living impure or unauthentically can still bear good consequences. It's just like, alright, that was for no reason, or things don't always fall on that line. Things aren't life or death all the time. So while it may have not impacted your philosophy or your core making that impure decision, that's just simply what it was, and that you can be upset with that. The reason I bring this up with Gen Z and millennials is because I feel like if we were to all acknowledge the mindset and say, hey, take a look around. What matters? What doesn't? What are we pushing? What are we fighting? Who are we talking to? Why are we talking to them? It's a matter of just making the most authentic and pure decisions off the sake of humanity, not for you or me or my person or your person. We all make pure decisions because at the end of the day, you know what we all are? Human. If we're all wanting the best for ourselves, which is most likely the same thing, all of us generally want the same thing, to be safe, happy, and fucking free, yo. Like, that's it. Like, people just don't want to be taxed to death out in the wild or having to fight for food. Most humans generally want the same thing, and that's just a safe life in society, or a safe life of seclusion. And if somebody wants to do that, let them, because that's the decision for them. We need to let people do them, and as long as they are not infringing on other people's right to make a free decision, there you go. That's my philosophy on nihilism, and that's why I want to present it to you guys. And I want to hear your thoughts about what philosophies you live by, how you think this philosophy can affect us if we were to carry it out. Why don't you think that philosophy stuck around post World War I? Society and humans work a very weird way, and that's always been entertaining to me. So I'm just more so curious to what you guys think about nihilism and how you could apply it to your life. This one wasn't too long. I just wanted to make sure I wrapped up my thoughts on that one. And I appreciate you guys for sticking with me if you watched part 1. If you didn't watch part 1, I'm going to have a link for it. Probably right over here, actually. I'm talking about this side. Shit. And I thank you guys for coming back to another one. Y'all have a good day. Peace.